Welcome to all of you. In today's lecture of class 9th, today we will start the unit 2nd, that is force and laws of motion. Okay, so today we will start the second unit, force and laws of motion. So we have completed the first unit. Okay, in that unit we discussed so many things about the motion, uniform, non-uniform motion, and then distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration, types of acceleration, graphical representation of motion, and another like as the Newtonian physics. That is the total Newtonian physics, means Newton's equation of motion discussed, means total physics based on Newtonian physics, means on the basis of Newton's laws. Okay, Newton's equation of motion, first, second, third, and uniform circular motion, and we have completed the NCERT exercise. So all the lectures are uploaded there, you can see from there. Okay, and you can revise also. And now this is the second unit, force and laws of motion, means this is also Newtonian physics. Okay, we will study about the laws of motion, Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. Actually there are some equations of motion. First equation, v equal to u plus at, you know. Second equation, s equal to ut plus half at square. Third equation, v square minus u square equal to s. These are the equations of motion. In this chapter we will study about Newton's laws of motion and taught most of the thing about the force. Okay, we will by the first law of motion we will study about the definition of force, and by second law of motion we will come across the formula of force. We will study about actually what is the formula of force, and by third law we will study about the equal action has equal and opposite reaction, means the unit is totally based on the force and the effects of force. Okay, so first we have to discuss about the force, and we will continue discuss about the force in this unit. First, by the first law of motion, simply definition of force, and then formula of force. Like so, actually, what is force? We know that force. We generally can't see the force. We can't see the force, but we can experience the effect of force. Generally, we can experience the effect of force. We can't see directly any force. How we can how we can experience the effect of force? For example, suppose there is a football. Suppose there is any football. If we kick the football, then it moves. Then it starts moving. And suppose we can stop the any ball, any cricket ball, by putting some muscular effect on it, by catching that ball, means the ball comes into rest position, moving ball, or with the help of force we can feel it. We can change the shape of any object, we can compress any object. It means there is a force. And suppose any object is at rest, and if we apply a force on it, then we can see the effect of force. We can experience the ball will starts moving. So there are the effects of force. By the force we can move any rest object into motion, or by the force we can stop any moving object into. Okay, and we can also say that suppose any object is rest, then due to with the help of force, then object can start moving. Object starts moving. And suppose any object is moving, suppose moving object is this one. So by force, by applying force, we can stop. By applying force, we can stop the moving object also. So we can see the effects of force. Force can be explained by its effect. Force can be explained by its effect. Okay, you have no need to write this one. I will write the definition of force later on here. And what can force? Force can also change the direction of object. Force can change the direction of object, direction of moving object. Suppose any object is moving, then with the help of force we can change the direction of the moving object also. Suppose any object is moving like this one, if we apply force on this object in this direction, we can change the direction of the object. Means you know very well, force can change the direction of moving object also. Force can change the shape, force can change the shape or size of the object. We can change the shape of any object, we can compress any object with the help of force, we can elongate, okay, means we can change the shape or size of any object with the help of force. So these are the effects of force. But how we can define the force? We can define the force on the basis of its effects only. We can define the force only on the basis of its effect. We can't see any force, we can't see force, we can't directly experience the force, okay. Means on the we can experience the force, but we can't define on the basis of our experience. We can't define the force on the basis of our experience. We can experience, but we can't define properly the force with the experience. We can define the force on the basis of the effects of force, okay. So what is the force? How we can define? Force is the external push or pull any object. Force is the external push or pull on any object which can change the rest position of object or the moving position of the object, or which can change the direction of the object, or which can change the shape and size of the object. So what is the general definition of force? In general, we can say that force is that external push or pull which can change the rest position of object, the uniform linear motion of the object, which can change the direction of the object, which can change the shape and size of the object. Okay, I think you understood about it. What is the simple definition of force? Okay, so I am writing here the definition of force, then I will show to you. I will write here the definition of force, okay, on the basis of this discussion. Okay, so now I have written here the definition of force. Actually, what is the definition of force? Which I explained you that a force is that external push or pull acting on an object which changes or tries to change, okay, there is that which changes or tries to change the state of rest or of uniform linear motion of an object, or changes the direction of motion, okay. A force may also change the shape and size of an object, okay, means force is that external push or pull which either changes or tries to change what? The rest position, uniform linear motion position, and the condition of the direction, or changes the direction of the motion, and which can change shape and size of the object. This is the definition of force. I have written here by making star, a force cannot be seen or tasted or felt, okay. A force can be explained only by the effects which it can produce in objects around us. So you can take the screenshot of this one and you have to write this one on your note copy, okay. You can write this all the notes. Okay, now the next topic is balanced and unbalanced force. Balanced and unbalanced force, okay. So for it, first we can say balanced and unbalanced forces, okay. So first we will discuss about, first one is balanced force. Actually, what is balanced force? Suppose, and what will be the effect of balanced force? So please first understand here. Suppose in general I am saying that this is an object, okay. This is an object, okay. We can assume a 3D object. This is any object, suppose, okay, and suppose this is placed over a horizontal surface. Suppose this is placed over a horizontal surface, okay. So what will happen? you can assume that this is any object which is placed over any horizontal surface. Suppose we try or we applying a force from this direction F1 to this horizon to this object for moving it, and you know there will be a friction force between the surface, the bottom surface of this object and the floor. Suppose it is placed over a horizontal surface, then there will be a friction force in between the bottom surface of this object and the surface. Okay, so due to, and this friction, this force will be in this opposite direction. Okay, it means if we are not able to move this one, it means that the net force on this object is 0. It means one force is in that direction and another force is in this direction. When there is no any movement, no any change in the position of any object after applying the force, it means that the net resultant force on that object is 0, and we call such type of force as a balanced force. Okay, we can understand. Suppose now we are increasing our force greater than the friction force, then what will happen? This object will start move. If the object changes its position, please note that if the object changes its position, now we can say the force is not balanced, the force is unbalanced. If so, what is the main thing? If there is no any change or position or moving condition of any object after applying a force, no any effect of force, no any change in the object position, it means force is balanced. If there is some change, it means the force is unbalanced. Okay, we can understand by another way. Suppose this is an object. In general I am making here. Suppose any object, we are applying a force from here. Okay, and suppose in a tug of war, suppose this is a rope. Okay, tug of war, and I am showing the rope like this. Okay, suppose this is a spring, you can assume that this is a spring. Suppose someone is exerting a force towards this side and towards this side also. Okay, means two forces are equally mutually perpendicular and opposite to each other. Means forces are opposite to each other, then what will happen in this case? This will remain in its rest position. Okay, it means that the net force is 0. If the net force is 0, means the force is a balanced force. We can assume that suppose this is an object, we are applying a force from this side F1 and also force from this direction F2. If the magnitude of this force F1 and magnitude of this force F2 are equal, suppose both the two forces are equal, then there will be no movement on this object. No any movement, means it will remain at rest position. So net force will be 0. Okay, we can say net force is 0. If net force is 0, it means that the force is a balanced force. Okay, if the object moves in any one side, then we can say that now the force is not balanced, means this is an unbalanced force. So we can say here that balanced force, generally balanced force does not change the rest position of object, or generally any another position of object does not change rest position of object, or we can say can't affect any proper effect. Okay, unbalanced force, if the force is unbalanced, so then unbalanced force can change, or generally we can say unbalanced force changes the rest position of object. It is not for rest position, rest, or we can say moving position also. Okay, unbalanced force. If balanced force is there, then balanced force has no effect and unbalanced force has its effects. Okay, so I am writing here the definition of balanced force. Okay, then I will show to you actually what is the, how we can define the balance force properly. Okay, so I have written here the definition of balance force. Actually, what is balance force? Balance force, when a number of forces, acting simultaneously, means at the same time simultaneously on an object, do not produce any change in its position of rest or uniform linear motion, the forces are said to be balance forces. Okay, means there are number of forces on any object, but there is no any change in rest position or uniform linear position. It means force is balanced. So we can say when the net force on any object is zero, then it is called balance force. You can see, for example, here, suppose this is a surface, and in this surface a box, this is a box. Okay, we can write here box. Suppose this is box is placed over this surface, and we this is the force of push in that direction, we are pushing in that direction, but the friction force will be in the opposite direction. There is no movement in the position, no change in the position of this box. It means the net force is zero. Both the two forces cancel each other. Okay, we can say that no change in rest position, of box. Okay, so net force is zero. So this is, it means that the force is here balanced force. So in case of balanced force, there is no any change in the rest position. Okay, you can note down this one also. Then I will write here the definition of unbalanced. Now I have written here the definition of unbalanced force. So please see here, what is unbalanced force? When two or more forces acting simultaneously, means at the same time, two or more forces acting on any object simultaneously have a non-zero resultant force. Means the resultant force is non-zero, means it is not zero, it will be some definite force, and what change the state of rest. It can change the state of rest or of uniform linear motion. It can also change the state of uniform linear motion of the object. The forces are said to be unbalanced forces. Okay, we can write the heading as unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces means, suppose there are a number of forces on any object, and the resultant of all these number of forces is not zero. If the resultant is not zero, it means that the force can change the rest position of the object, force can change the moving position of the object, force can change the shape of the object like this one. So in this case, means force generally can change the rest or moving position of the object. In this case, we will say that these forces are unbalanced forces. For example, suppose this is a smooth floor. Okay, this is not any hard surface. It's a smooth floor. Smooth floor means very less friction is there, and suppose friction will be there in this direction. Okay, generally smooth floor, that's why there is negligible friction we are assuming here. Okay, suppose this is the force in that direction, and this is the force F2 in the mutually opposite direction. Means these two forces are mutually in the opposite directions. If we are assuming here, if F1 is greater than F2, means this force is greater than this force, then what will be the net force? Net force F equal to F1 minus F2. Means this is F1 is greater than F2, then net force F1 minus F2, means net force will be in the direction towards right direction. So I have written here, there will be change in the position of this box towards right. And force, what type of force is here? The force is unbalanced force. So the force is unbalanced force. There are so many examples in a tug of war. Okay, suppose the team who wins, okay, means the net force is in any direction. Okay, it means someone's net force is someone's force is more and someone's force is less. So the net resultant force is not zero there, it has some value. So unbalanced force, this is tug of war. This is an example of unbalanced force. Means if there are any objects which will come into the position of movement, okay, or moving object, if you read, it means that object will move from its rest position. It means that there is some unbalanced force. Okay, so you can take the screenshot of this one. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this one and you can note down this in your copy. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. Thank you so much.